Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of our weekly podcast, which hasn't been so weekly, if we're being honest. But we're back for another episode, and there's a lot to talk about here on the Spaceport YouTube channel surrounding Star Wars gaming news and also a lot of movie and show content. So I'm here joined today with Rory. If you want to say hello, Rory.
Hey, what's up, guys? A lot of stuff to talk about. Mentioned a few things, but I think it's good to have a discussion anyway about it. With
Yeah,
Splotchy,
it's been a long time coming, isn't it? We
yeah,
haven't really spoke about anything for like 2-3 weeks, mainly down to just me. But yeah, there's a lot to talk about, right?
yeah. So I'll mention some of the topics and then we'll go into them. So we have the Bad Batch
Yep.
season 2 trailer. I did make a video, but again, it's good to
Yeah, I
make a
was going
topic
to
on it.
discuss that actually before you went into the points. I just wanted to say to the
Okay,
viewers,
yeah,
anyone's
no.
watching, throughout the week, we have been covering the content. So if you're interested, Rory has been doing a fantastic job covering the information in not only shorts but videos, and I'll be also doing my bit soon to contribute to some of that content. So if you can't watch all of this, you can see the shorter form content within the shorts or the videos. So really good job from that, Rory. So if you want to continue talking about what topics that we're going to be discussing here today,
Thanks, bro.
go ahead
Right,
and do it.
yeah. So the Acolyte as well. Acolyte leaks that did come out. So yeah, there's that. We also do have the Skeleton Crew. Not too much actually mentioned on that, but still good to talk about because that also does tie in with another topic we're going to say, which is the Ahsoka show. Quite a lot of stuff actually has kind of come out with that with leaks wise. And then we kind of move into the gaming side of it all. So Jedi Survivor, of course, the new trailer of that for that came out, and yeah, I don't know, it was pretty interesting. I thought it was pretty cool. And then we do have the Ubisoft game, which just a few things mentioned for that one as well. But yeah, I don't know. Do you want to talk about the Bad Batch Season 2 first? Give some of your thoughts.
Yeah, so we'll start off with that. We had a lot of leaks for a lot of these trailers that are now getting released. If anyone doesn't know, the Bad Batch trailer was leaked ages ago at a Star Wars event, I believe, as well as an Ahsoka trailer. But we actually did get the Bad Batch trailer a week and a bit ago, and there was a lot to talk about in there. A lot of the clones questioning their loyalty, which is interesting, of an arc. The heist, these mech Zillo Beast, and also Cody coming back. So
And Gunji.
a lot of stuff. Let's yeah, and Genji. Yeah. So let's actually start off with the Zillo Beast type thing, and then let's speak about the heist. So the Zillo Beast. Do we think that's just a Zillo Beast trapped inside of a mech's body, or
So
do
I
we
wasn't
think
100%
that's like
sure on even if it was a Zilla Beast. I did see videos that it's saying it was, but I don't know. Maybe it's just some like mech. I don't
Bro,
know.
it'd be cool to see another Zillo Beast arc. 'Cause that's one of my favorites in the
It
Clone
would be
Wars.
cool. Like
I love
Palpatine
that.
like revives the Zillo Beast and uses it as a weapon or something.
They
Like,
did take its blood, did they not?
I can't.
That's how
There
they
was a
killed
whole
it.
thing.
They
Palpatine was really
stimulated
like
it.
intrigued with that with Clone Wars, isn't it?
Yeah, like, he was like on that. Like they had that doctor going around stemming the blood off it, right? It was like a
To be
small
fair, I
arc,
can't
like
remember
just
a
some
lot of the
unknown
episodes.
like doctor. Damn, you gotta watch it back. It's a good
Yeah, yeah.
episode. But
It's-
the Zillo Beast is cool. But I'm actually apart. I don't understand like why the Trandoshan is saying to the Bad Batch that you can be free. When she probably just doesn't understand their motive about trying to free people, where she just thinks they want to be financially free. So I think we'll see a little bit of that friction in the show.
Yeah. So
Where she's more
if anyone doesn't
money-oriented
know,
and
the main kind of plot of this season 2 is going to be like a heist, and that's what that character was saying. And we saw a heist in Andor. Like, I don't mind watching another heist.
yeah, the heist is quality. I don't mind it as long as it just delivers. Like it's no problem.
And it makes
But I don't
sense as
think
well.
it will
Like in
only
the
be
in
a
the
heist
first,
though.
sorry, yeah, in the first season for Bad Batch, like they were doing like stuff for money in it. So like they were basically bounty hunters. Like
Yeah,
with the
because they needed the money at the time. 'Cause
yeah,
they needed to
exactly.
upgrade,
So I think
like,
it's
their
just
armor,
kind of
their
like a
ship.
thing of like they just want to hide away or something. I don't know.
I think it's kind of the opposite to be honest. But I think they're trying to increase their economy so they can help fund a new power against the Empire. The same as what they were doing in the Andor show.
I see. I think this show maybe is more focused on like a broken. I was saying like it's like a broken brotherhood. Like they're kind of trying
Oh
to get
yeah,
their
for sure.
like crosshair back, and
Yeah. No, I still think it's going to be that. But I think once we have those guys, will just be another cell, like the Ghost crew, and well, the Skeleton Crew is kind of different because it's after that time period. But we know that there was a lot of different rebel cells and then freedom fighters like Saw Gerrera's crew. So I think they'll just end up being another cell that will come together and do its part for the greater good for the rebellion. I think that's kind of what the Bad Batch
I think what
breaks
would
off
be
into.
cool actually is kind of like with the whole plot of Cody and Crosshair, they
Yeah.
actually it changes their direction of things, you know. Like they want
Do
to
you think they kill Cody off though? Do you think they kill him?
I don't think they kill him, but I feel like they're gonna turn him good. I hope he stays bad, but you can kind of tell between the dialogue, like with Crosshair.
Mm,
Crosshair's like he's
more
basically saying all
stern.
the clones that are questioning the Order are like traitors, like the Jedi, and then you
Yeah.
know Cody's like just saying, oh yeah, some clones are questioning the Order. He doesn't really give a firm view on it, so I think
Yeah,
they're
do
they're
you
gonna
not think
turn him.
maybe it's one of those things where like his character turns arc and like he goes to like reconnect and then like a bigger character comes in and just kills him?
I don't want him
Or
dying,
something.
but I want him staying bad. You know.
Yeah, either bad or killed off would be cool. I know it's Cody and like that I think that arc for him because they were going to use him in the Kenobi show, right?
I didn't
Which
even
was
know.
really unfortunate that they didn't. They were going to, yeah. It was like a whole script like written on Cody, and I don't know what's her name, but she cut it out. She didn't like it. You know, the top girl that covers all the Disney Star Wars stuff. I lost her name. It's on the tip of my tongue, but yeah, she didn't like
Mm.
the script, so they just redone it all again, which was really annoying because the one with
Well, it
Cody in
fits
it looked
better with
so
this show,
good.
innit? Like Cody being with the Bad Batch. You know,
Well, yeah,
so.
but Cody could have been in both because there was still spacing in between it. Because this could show how Cody turns good, then how the cell of Bad Batch affects Kenobi and his like growth into like a more mature like Jedi and how he can train Luke. You know?
Kenobi show was garbage though, right?
Yeah, no, bro.
Um,
Apart from like all of that show was just Vader and Kenobi. Everything else rubbish.
yeah.
That was
To be fair,
some
I
of the
didn't like any of it,
cinematography was
but
great, but yeah, I wasn't a fan either. I thought it was a very poorly directed show, and I
I'm
thought
excited
that
for Bad
some of
Batch. Though. I
the
think Bad Batch is gonna be alright.
yeah, I think that Bad
It's
Batch
probably
would be
one of my
great.
favorite, one of the like favorite shows that's come out for me. I don't know.
Really, I
Yeah,
rewatched season one, and it was kind of like Andor, where there was like peak episodes, and then there was like really dull episodes. That's
I
kind of
just
how I
like
felt
because
about
it's
Bad
more
Batch.
like simple. There's not like
That's
one
how I felt
overall
about
plot of like
Rebels.
oh we gotta get this town to defeat some empire. Like it's
Yeah,
that in a lot of shows. There's always like
it's quite linear to like the group and just what they're doing.
yes, I don't know.
That's how I felt about Rebels. Like the first couple of seasons, everyone hates it, but it kind of just focuses on the group and like really develops the characters, and then shows how they have a greater effect on the Empire for the rebellion, which I loved. I loved that about Rebels. I thought it was really solid.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, like, hopefully, I think the season will be alright with a heist and everything. But what about Gunji?
I think Gandhi's cool, but I also think that again, there's another like Jedi. I'm saying that with quota because it's still a Padawan.
Yeah.
Another one that's now roaming the galaxy during this time period, and a lot of them said that they have to connect themselves away from the Force. But surely this many Jedi would have at least sensed another and like teamed
Yeah,
up.
there's quite a
Obviously,
lot of like
they would have got
Survivor
dusted.
Jedi.
Don't get it wrong. They would have got dusted by Vader the minute that got found out. They would have got dusted, right?
Though.
But still, like in this time period, like you're talking like Yoda, Obi-Wan, Cal Kestis, you got like Luke growing up. You still got like Reva and stuff who are like Inquisitors and ex-Jedi and stuff like that. And then you've got like Kanan and like Ezra coming through. And then you've got like I, what's his
Yeah,
name again?
there's quite
Genji,
a lot.
yeah. And there's quite a lot of like Force sensitives still roaming the galaxy, you know.
Do you think
So I
Gunji's
don't
gonna
know how I
join the
feel
Bad
about
Batch?
that. Yeah, he will. It'll be one of those things where he'll either join them, he'll be killed off, or he'll just kind of go off and do his own thing, go into hiding.
Yeah, because like you see him in Clone Wars, of course. When they're getting the crystals, those episodes are so cool.
Yeah, Crystal's in that one episode, but like the droid.
Man. Yeah, no, but like,
Yeah.
I doubt they're gonna kill him off. He's probably gonna be. I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna have him in
I
like
would like
one or
to see
two
him killed
episodes.
off. I would like to. I know that's a bit sadistic, but I would like to see him killed off.
I don't know. I
Because
think
it's
he's
just
gonna be
too
in like
many.
one or
Like,
two episodes. And
it's
he's gonna
supposed
dip.
it's supposed to be a galaxy-wide struggle, and then Luke comes along and he's like the savior. He's
Yeah,
the
exactly.
guy.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's just like Cal Kestis, this and that. Like, it's just too many like Force sensitives roaming the galaxy. And
It's a
I won't
little
have this
ridiculous.
excuse from a lot of people that people are saying that like, oh, you can't use the same characters because the world would feel too small. A lot of these big characters are constantly doing things in the galaxy because they have that massive an effect on the like the lower level like people within the galaxy. So when they see like a spearhead or a figurehead, they're like, "Oh my God, it's Darth Vader." You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. No, it
Or
does
"Oh
make it
my
more
God, it's Luke
intimidating.
Skywalker." Like I feel like there needs to be a balance there, right? And like I feel like now people they're like the world feels too small, but then the directors will look at that, right, and be like, "Oh, so you don't want Luke Skywalker? Okay, we won't have him then," and you just miss out on a good opportunity. You know what I mean?
Unpopular opinion, at least it's Gunji rather than Ahsoka.
I don't know. I don't think Ahsoka like fits that like
No, but
show anyway.
I'm saying I
So
prefer that it's Gunji rather than Ahsoka again.
no, oh yeah, yeah. I don't think it will
Imagine if
be.
Ahsoka came up in this show, bro.
No, no, no. She wouldn't have been there. If anyone would have been there, it would have been Kanan outside of Ganju. It would have been Kanan
Well,
and like
Kanan was in the
Hera.
first episode. I doubt he's going to return. I don't know. You
Yeah, yeah.
think he's
But
going to come back?
in the comics, how like they actually like Kanan's with some other guy and how he meets Hera is on this like little like mission thing and they end up like bumping into each other and they kind of like work together to like steal a ship or something. It's something like that. And then they end up like having the ghost and stuff and then they start like recruiting, you know. So like maybe we could have got like a young like Hera and Kanan together, you know, maybe something like that instead of like Genji, but
See, I'm
I'd
kind
like
of
to see
surprised. Like, it showed Bail Organa as well. So, like, maybe it
See,
ties in a bit
I
with it.
expected that. I expected Bail Organa again.
So it's
To
going
be
to tie in a
honest.
bit with maybe the rebellion in it.
I hope. Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. I think that those guys are just cells because Bail Organa showed up in Rebels. He showed up towards Ahsoka. Ahsoka's like her own cell because she's quite a like developed like Jedi. She's not obviously a Jedi anymore, but she spears the goodwill, you know. So you have her as like her own like cell. The Ghost Crew is kind of like their own cell. You've got like Saul Guerrero, who they tried to demicell, but they're kind of like freedom fighters. You've got other cells, and then you've got potentially like the Bad Batch as another cell. You know what I'm saying? So he
Well, I'm
said
just
that in the
hoping it
Rebels, where
doesn't
they were
go.
like that they're one of many cells. You know?
Yeah,
So
I'm just hoping it doesn't go too much into the rebellion against the Empire kind of arcs. That's what I thought was special about the show. There was more focused on like the irregular clones and
we
them.
won't get that. We'll not get that.
I don't know.
It will be Rebellion versus
Because it is
Empire
like,
towards the end.
Gunji Bail Organa show, and you can kind of see how it's, you know.
Yeah, yeah, it will be. But at the end of Andor, you can see his like drive and why he joins the rebellion, right?
Yeah.
Like he's going to because of all the stuff that the Empire's doing. It will be the same thing, just in a different way with different characters and different story development, right?
I think that'd be a
it will
shame
the
though.
same.
I think they should stick to the kind of Clone Wars style. It's more about like a family rather than,
Oh yeah, there's like the bulk of the show will be family and like oriented around the
Crosshairs
clones
are
and the
like their
decisions.
one of their main brothers. They want him back. That's
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what I
yeah.
like. Though.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They will do that, but there will be like driving factors to why. Like it will show. I guarantee you. You can quote me this. We'll see it. Like Bill explains to
Write
them
down,
that
write
they are
down.
a cell. So
Okay. Oh, no, okay.
yeah. What?
Pardon?
What did you say?
I just said I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Okay,
do
let's
you want
move
to
on. Let's move on then. Let's.
should we talk about Skeleton Crew?
No. Hold on a sec. Let's just give you a rating of how excited you are for the Bad Batch then.
Well, I said in the title of the video, I thought it's going to be amazing. I would say at least an 8. I like the first season. One of the
Okay.
only shows I actually liked from Disney. But I don't
Oh,
know. You?
okay. I'm probably say 7 out of 10. I'm like looking forward to it,
A
but
10?
not crazy. 7 out of 10.
Oh.
No, relax, 10 out of 10.
Okay.
No. So 7 out of 10 for me. Obviously excited for a new Star Wars show, but yeah, let's move on. Let's talk
Cody
about the
and Gunji
Acolyte
ruling the
leaks,
galaxy.
I think we just quickly go over the Acolyte leaks. We don't really dwell on it too much.
So because I did make and I'm gonna make some video on it as well. So the Acolyte leaks. If you didn't see, I did make a short on it. There's like a Jedi Wookiee, a few other Jedi. Literally nothing too much. A few other
Is
characters.
that the same Wookiee that was in the comics? Sorry to cut you off. Was it the one that was in the comic from the High Republic, or just someone else?
I don't know because they made like the books or I don't know whatever they were called.
Yeah, the book. There's a
novels.
Wookiee Jedi in it.
Yeah, so I haven't read any of that. I don't know pretty much anything about the High Republic from what they've
Yeah.
done. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't comment on that, but I don't know.
Anyway, back in the
Hopefully,
leaks, yeah.
I think it's going to be all right. If they might tie it into, do you think they're going to tie it into the Plagueis and Palpatine?
Hopefully, and then Plagueis gets his own show. Hopefully.
Yeah, because I'm not sure. what part does Plagueis really die? Because I'm not sure if it's canon or not. You know.
Well, the story is that like just
Well, yeah, like he
he got
died.
too
Of
he got
course,
too
like that.
obsessed with like beating death, and then Palpatine just killed him.
Yeah, but I'm not sure what time period it counts, like if it's legends or not. But
Oh, like if he killed him off during episode 2, and then recruited Dooku, and then just started doing his stuff, or like, is that what you mean?
no, I think the thing is, I think with
It's got to be before the prequels. I think it's just
yeah, it's
before it.
definitely,
That's
of
what.
course.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I thought you meant something else. No, yeah,
But
it's
this is like
definitely
the
got to be
end of the
before
High
the prequels.
Republic, so I don't know.
Yes, yeah, it's got to be.
But it's
Because
like
like
it's like
Plagueis
a crime
finds,
show, in it. They're two Jedi are going to
yeah,
be investigating the some new threat. So I don't know. Hopefully it's good.
yeah. I just hope that breaks into a Plagueis show. I think that's what everyone wants.
A Plagueis show.
Everyone wants more Palpatine like death
Bro, did you know Plagueis killed his master Tenebrous with a rock?
with a rock. How's
Yeah,
he doing that?
you flipping like threw a rock on him or something. I was reading this the other day. Yeah.
He threw a rock on him.
Yeah.
He's a Sith
Flipping
Lord.
crushed
not threw a rock on him.
him.
Just absolutely skull
I
crushed
think that's
him
in
with a
like the
stone.
Plagueis book, like the main one. I can't remember.
Yeah, that's funny.
But yeah, I don't know. Anything else you want to say on Acolyte?
Not really. I think it'll be a decent show, but I think we still have a while to wait for the show. At least they're filming it, so that'll be cool. So maybe we get it towards the end of 2023, maybe 2024.
I was also gonna say, you know that guy in Squid Game as a Jedi? Like, yeah, I don't think it makes sense, bro. He doesn't look like a Jedi. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not really gonna comment on that, so I'm just kind of waiting for the show.
Right.
But yeah, I'm like probably again 7 out of 10, and it would be like a 9 out of 10 if we had like the guarantee that it was going to like become a Plagueis show, because we would get some depth on those two. But because there's not really much going on at the moment, it's High Republic based and all that, I'm gonna say like a 6 out of 10 for that show.
Well, they ruined the
Kinda
character. No, I'm
might.
joking. Yeah. So
You just ruined Palpatine, just rubbish.
just make Plagueis like, oh no, it's
All
not
of his
actually
character
Plagueis.
arc, episode 1 to 3, just in the bin. No, terrible.
It's actually Palpatine's clones. I don't know where I'm going with this.
Yeah, Plagueis is like it's just Snoke.
Right.
Snoke.
Skeleton
Right, anyway,
Crew.
yeah. Skeleton Crew, yeah. So,
So-
for people who don't know about
Okay.
Skeleton Crew, it's a show set in the Mandalorian era. Rory made a video on it and a short, right?
I made a short on it.
Right,
Did I
yeah.
make a-
So it's
I
a
got a video
show
on it.
like based in the Mandalorian time period, and you said it was like covering like a younger like crew that kind of try to
Yeah,
find
so
their way in the
apparently it's
galaxy.
based on like some 10-year-old kids who are on their like mission on the way back home, and they're gonna like encounter some like new threats or something. So I'm not sure if it ties in with events during the Mandalorian era, because I don't like the whole you know in the show. So in the Book of Boba Fett we had the Mandalorian episode, and it's kind of just like a part of a show in another show, and I don't know, I think it feels
Yeah,
out
I
of
don't
place.
like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't like that.
So I don't know if that's
I feel
gonna
like that
be
was
like
kind
that.
of a
Or...
cover up for how bad the show was written. You know what I mean? I thought Boba was poorly written as
Oh
well.
yeah, terribly written, and it
I don't
looked
think
bad
terribly.
as well. Like the
I
Camarine
think
guards.
the train episode was amazing, but outside of that, and
Like
see,
a bantha.
the showdown with Cobb Vanth,
Oh yeah.
like Cad Bane and Cobb Vanth, that was cool. That one was cool. But apart from that, like Boba's fight with Cad Bane was poor, and the boss was just some giga droidicas. You know?
Oh yeah, the giant mechs in the final
Yeah,
episode.
yeah. Rancor was cool as well. It was really well animated. But the best, we have to admit, the best episode was the 2 Mandalorian ones we got with like Luke Skywalker and all that.
I don't know.
The
Yeah,
Boba Fett show,
but
but the best episodes had
the show was
Mandalorian in
poor.
it.
And it was John
so-
Favreau as well. I'm not sure. I think maybe John Favreau's doing the Skeleton Crew. I'll have to check
That
on that
would-
one, but
Yeah, you need to check that because that would be cool.
well, I'm not.
but yeah,
I'm not
it's-
too big of a fan of John Favreau. You know, in
Do we know
the
anything about like the crew? Sorry, or like where their home was for Skeleton Crew? Do you know anything about it, or is that just still to be
no,
confirmed, like,
there's
what's going
there's
on
barely
with that?
anything on it. But what I was saying about John Favreau, if he is doing the show, I think it was in one of the Mandalorian episodes. You know when Boba finds Mandalorian on Typhon?
Yeah,
I think he wrote that episode, and that episode was like, nothing happened.
that had a Easter egg towards all the Iron Man. See when they all when all the I don't know their Phase 4 troopers or whatever. You know, when they
Oh,
took,
yeah, like the Death
Grogu,
Trooper
and they all
android
just
looking.
zoomed up with like their arm in the air like Superman.
Bro, that was...
I
Right.
was like, or Iron Man. Yeah, I was like, what is going
Let's
on?
try
here?
to forget
I didn't know
that.
Yeah.
Um,
And then Boba comes up in the sky and he's like, they're back. He's like, who? What's going on? The Empire.
flipping
They're
poor,
back.
poor.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's not again. There's not really anything on the skeleton crew. There's a few images of them like with their ship, and it looks like some forest
Right.
type planet, but yeah,
Right.
nothing really.
Okay. Well, that'll be cool. Maybe we'll get some more stuff on that, which I'm sure we'll cover on the channel anyways.
Yeah, yeah. Can you stay tuned for that one? So Ahsoka, Ahsoka show.
Ahsoka. Yeah.
Some of the
Ahsoka.
leaks.
There's
So I'll
there's
mention
a
some of the
lot.
leaks, and then we can give some thoughts, whatever. So the
Yeah.
main one of the main leaks. I'll talk about the older one, previous like now, and then I'll talk about the newest ones that kind of
Make your
come out
mind
this
up.
week. I phrased that terrible. Right.
Yeah, you're like,
So
just
the
gotta
first leak we
slow
got
down.
is that Ahsoka, the Ahsoka show is. Oh, by the way, spoilers. But Ahsoka is going to be trying to
Yeah,
find
story,
Thrawn.
like plot spoilers, right? That's what
Yeah,
you're saying. Plot
yeah.
spoilers. Like potentially it could be changed, but this is leaks.
It might not
That's
be,
what we're covering.
but yeah. So Ahsoka's going to apparently find Thrawn, and Ezra isn't something about like Ezra and Thrawn were disappeared or something at Rebels. I don't know.
Yeah, so at the end of Rebels, the space whales that Ezra connect with actually come in, and after Ezra like goes up there and just beefs Thrawn, they kind of just they go into hyperspace, and these like whales take them into what people thought were the unknown regions. But you're saying that they're taking them into
Well,
a
apparently
new
there's going to be something called the
thing.
New Beyond, and this is going to be apparently where the Force works differently. I don't know. I think it's canon breaking as hell, but I don't,
That would ruin everything, wouldn't it?
like
That
the
would.
Force
That
working
is,
different. I just don't know what does that mean.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what does that mean? What's going on here? But we did actually hear about a potential, um, how do I say this? Like, an appearance, sorry, from Mustafa Anakin Skywalker. You want to tell the
Well, I'm
audience
not
about
sure if that was. I think that was a theory, but um, the idea is that
Anakin.
Ahsoka is gonna go to the world between worlds again, which I'm not a fan of. It was like time travel,
You're
wasn't
not a fan of it. What do you guys
it?
think
No,
about
it was
the
like
World
time
Between Worlds?
travel,
Do you
bro.
like it or no?
No, I
Do you
was.
think people? Do you think the audience will like the World Between Worlds? What's the general consensus on it?
I don't know because it was only brief in Rebels, and of course not everyone saw Rebels.
Yeah.
Trash.
But see,
What?
if you actually watched the arc, where like it showed them how they unlocked the World Between Worlds, I thought that was cool. But I thought the World Between Worlds, like the actual thing, was just plot armor to hell. I thought it was so plot armor. See, for like Ahsoka and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I think it would have been a prime moment for her to die. Actually, I would have been a nice send
I
off.
mean, I don't know. The content we've had from her since has been very good. So think about that. We wouldn't have had that in the first place.
I don't know.
But
I'm not a fan of Ahsoka lasting so long, but I guess I don't know. I just the world
it's just
between
got
worlds. The main fact, the
kryptonite. It's
world
got
between
everything.
worlds. You know, I don't know. I don't like it. I'm not a huge fan.
Yeah, but back to the
Yeah. So
timeline leaks. And what you were
Ahsoka is
saying.
going to apparently find the world between worlds, and it might link off into some like alternate timelines. People are saying. So you
Mm.
know the whole thing about Mustafar. Maybe she goes back to fight Anakin and Mustafar. I don't know. I think it's just weird. I don't. I think it's just some fan fiction
Yeah.
stuff. You know.
It's wild, honestly. I would not like that. I don't like when something is so good and they know it's so good. Why like adopt and like change it in like a different timeline? That's the problem with like the World Between Worlds, because you can really ruin a lot of the old like context. You're like, oh, this was cool, but then Ahsoka shows up and just kills him. So
Yeah, like this
boring.
ain't Terminator, this ain't Back to the Future, you know. I think just keep it on
Well,
the
keep it
same
to what
level.
Star Wars does best, you know. Like, like the characters sacrifice themselves for the greater good. Like that's what they teach, right? Like when your time comes and you're a Jedi, you have to like
But
be
now
able
it's
to
like whenever a
accept these
character dies,
things.
it's like, oh yeah, World Between Worlds it. Like just I don't know, man.
Mm. But you
Strange.
could do the same for Anakin. You could just like pull him out, of,
Yeah,
like
World Between
kill
Worlds it.
him,
Boom.
Padme and stuff like that. And next thing you know, he doesn't turn out the dark side 'cause he's still alive.
It's
It's
scuffed.
just-
There's so many things that can occur badly with that. But
There's too many plot holes. I think they'd have to fix so much stuff. There's too many like plot holes for that. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, like they're already creating some like crazy ones where like even in the Rebel show there's already a plot hole there really. Ahsoka like
Yeah.
escaping like from Vader. I don't know. Because
It's
it looked
plot
like
holes
as well
kind of
Vader was gonna
fit.
slash her, innit?
I mean, yeah, but we saw that like before he done it, he got pulled out. So I guess we'll never know if he did slash her or not, or if she could have blocked it. You know, because she was having him like she was
Yeah,
having him.
I like. It's strange. It's just strange.
Yeah, I think it's weird.
But yeah, that's all it is
We'll
for the
see.
Ahsoka show. Nothing too crazy. I think I don't know, the whole thing with Thrawn, of course, was going to make sense because we saw it in
I
the
think Thrawn and Ezra's cool.
Mandalorian.
You know, he's getting an own show, Ezra, apparently, as well.
I know Ezra is. I
Yeah,
don't
that's what I'm saying, Ezra.
can't remember about Thrawn.
Do you think Ezra? Do you think Ezra and Thrawn like team up? Because I know that was like a theory from a lot of people. Do you think they team up?
I can't
What
really
do you think?
remember a lot of the ending of Rebels. I wasn't a fan.
Well, there wasn't much dialogue on them teaming up. Like that was never a thing. But because they're kind of in this
If they're in the
new
same
beyond
spot, then
or
maybe, yeah.
same
It's like,
spot
do
for
you
a long
remember?
time.
Do you remember
Yeah.
that? I do remember watching a Rebels episode with
Yeah.
who's that
I know
guy
what you're gonna
on
say.
the
Callus, and Zeb. They get
yeah,
stuck
and
in, like, an
and they're
ice
on that
thing,
like
and then
ice
they end
little
up teaming
planet.
up, and
Yeah,
there's like mutual respect.
I love how you knew exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah, I know exactly because I watched the show way too many times.
Yeah.
Well, they get stuck and they have to fight this like it's on a moon that orbits Geonosis because it was like a Geonosis famine where like basically they basically it was genocide pretty much. They killed off nearly all the Geonosins.
Yeah, well, yeah. So it could make sense why they would team up. You know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It could be like a lightning strikes twice sort of thing, you know, like within the series.
Yeah. I don't know. Anything
But yeah, you
else?
want to move on to the gaming stuff? You want to like talk about the gaming stuff?
Yeah. So
Jedi Survivor, Ubisoft, Star Wars open world game.
So Jedi Survivor. I think we should talk about first. No.
Uh,
Well, let's talk
Yeah,
about
let's do
open world
that,
game because it's only a small bit. So
oh, you want to do that? Okay.
yeah.
No
So
problem.
the Ubisoft are making a open world Star Wars game. Again, nothing too much mentioned, but
made a
they're
short on
asking
this,
for
right?
playtesters, and that probably means the game is somewhat like playable. You know, so going to see it maybe in the next maybe 2-3 years, maybe I don't know.
Hopefully, a trailer next year. That's what I'm hoping for. If they're gonna play test it, and if they have it already, then they
You
just
see,
need,
I
like...
can't even remember there being stuff about this, and then I was like typing in Ubisoft game, and it
Oh, there
came
was a
up with like
lot.
videos a year ago, and I was like, oh damn.
Yeah, there was a lot when Battlefront was still going. There was a lot. Like towards the end, there was a lot of like stuff because that
Also, it
came
must be in
out
progress for a
basically
while.
when they acquired the rights for the Star Wars gaming stuff. We had stuff instantly about the open world Ubisoft stuff, and everyone got so excited. I started thinking about a world instead of like GTA. Imagine if GTA was just skinned in all of Star Wars, like you know
Well,
what I mean? Like
I'm not
just that
sure if they're
open
gonna.
world like PvP. That'd be sick.
The thing is, I'm not sure if it's going to be an MMO, so I think it's going to be similar to maybe Jedi Survivor, but just like that style. I don't know.
No, that would be L.
'Cause it is single
I want
player
like
though,
an
isn't it?
online story-based PvP game. That's what I want.
Yeah.
Like imagine,
maybe
imagine like you collect bounties and you get credits, right? And then you do
Yeah.
like a heist, and then you can like be able to unlock like a Corellian starship. You know what I mean? And then you could go to like a different planet, and you know what I mean? That'd be sick. Like you can't tell me
So
that
like
wouldn't be sick.
kind of like a
Like-
looter shooter.
Like GTA, kind of like GTA.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
like instead of like doing heists and earning money off like people, you go to like a guild and you do like bounties, and then you can own like your own like.
Well, the thing
two,
is,
like,
because we always
spas or
we
your
have
own Polynesian spa.
the,
You know what I mean?
the Polynesian spa. Django just chilling out
Polynesian
there.
spa.
Damn man.
But no, like it'd be cool.
Well, I was thinking about because we already have Star Wars: The Old Republic, the game, and that's an MMO. So I think it is going to be a single player.
Nah, I really hope it's not. It needs to be a PvP. Come on.
Well, they might do PvP as well.
Oh, open world PvP would be sick. Do you not think?
Yeah, but then you kind of have that in Star Wars: The Old Republic. So I don't know, man.
Yeah, but like Star Wars: Old Republic is a bit different though from like a mainstream like
It's an MMO.
recent
That's the thing.
MMO. Yeah, but isn't Eclipse an MMO? Like kind of is that not that?
I don't know what Eclipse is going to look like. It's very vague, Eclipse, isn't it?
There's a lot of mess going on with Eclipse, bro.
The trailer was strange. I didn't even.
Didn't they switch the guys making the game?
I don't know on that.
Because
I
there
don't
was
know.
like a lot of beef with like a certain like group of people or something like that.
I don't know. Couldn't say.
Anyway, I know that there was beef that went down once the studio got announced, and then they weren't doing their job and they switched the studio. That's what I do know. So Eclipse is in a bit
The
of a
thing is,
mess.
this is the
We'll see
thing.
that
There's
till
always games that's
2027.
being cancelled, and even this game could be cancelled. You know, so
Star Wars 1313.
Star Wars 1313. You've got what was the newest one? The KOTOR remake.
No, it was the one that they made. Oh, there's like images on it. It's like a Star Wars game. Like it was set obviously during the Empire reign, but it was just after like
Oh, was
the
that
Clone Wars were
they
done.
actually had a bit of gameplay for the? It was
Yeah,
13
yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
it?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, there was that one, and there was like concept images. See of like, um, this one guy, and he was coming out like there was gameplay. Yeah, see where he walks out the little canteen. Sorry, I had to
And he
bang
does
my
a little bit
hand.
of parkour on some buildings.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, there was that, and they scrapped that. But I
Yeah.
think they used the mobility for that for Fallen Order,
And there's
so
that
it's like
Star Wars
put to good
mall
use.
game as well. That was a while. That was a while ago. But yeah,
I
the
don't
the,
know
the
that.
newest one would be the KOTOR remake. Knights of the Old Republic one with
Yeah,
Revan. They showed that little
yeah.
teaser trailer.
But they're still doing that now.
I thought they can't. Or they stopped it for a while, didn't they?
Yeah, but I thought that's like underway again. I thought they just paused that for a bit. Again, studio issues. That will get done. That will just be a while. I know that will
Well,
get done because
it should get
that
done
will
now that
sell.
they've done a teaser.
That's like God of War all over that. Like 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 a loved franchise, a loved character.
I
Like
just don't
ready to
get
be
why they
remade
wouldn't
and
do it.
posted again. Oh, it's such a big bag if they just do
It's
it.
like
You know what I
Battlefront
mean?
3. They just get tons of money, but they're just not gonna.
Right
Oh,
then, let's not go into that.
Battlefront 3, bro. One day, one day.
Well, one day, bro. One day, Battlefront 3. This is where we're gonna pop off, bro. Battlefront
Bro,
3.
I just want to play as a Gamarine guard, right, with a little axe going around, yeah, and just, I don't know, jams
Bro,
past
no,
it.
no, no. We need like we'll start. You know the Clone Wars arc, with like Krell and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Umbara.
Yeah, Umbara. Imagine an Umbara like Walker assault or
Vietnam
something like that.
style, where, yeah.
But like the behemoth, yeah, the behemoth is that big caterpillar thing that comes out the ground.
Oh,
So
yeah,
you've got
yeah.
one fact, yeah, and then you
Oh,
fight as the
what was that the
clones.
machine built by the rebels there?
No.
You know those guys with
Yeah,
like the
yeah,
gas
yeah,
masks?
yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Them,
Oh, I
like
got
all
you.
of their like weaponry and equipment and tanks, as well as that big behemoth like caterpillar tank thing. Imagine that, and then you've got like ATRTs, Ponkrell, like other Jedi, stuff like
Bro,
that.
why aren't
Bounty
they doing
hunters.
Battlefront
Bro,
3? It's just so clear.
bro, why are they not hiring me? That's what I'm saying.
Uh,
You know what I mean?
there's so much stuff they can do. It's the most obvious thing they would want to do for. Maybe they surprise us
Well,
this year.
they should
Battlefront
have
3
done
comes
that.
out of the blue.
What we do need in the Star Wars industry, hello, can I speak? The industry, we do need a live service Star Wars game that's a AAA. It cannot be these mobile games. I know they make a lot of money,
Star Wars
but to keep
Hunters.
the audience like relevant, we need a AAA live service game. We do.
I just don't get why
Every
they're not
genre's
doing
got it, apart from us. And like if they don't got a live service game, there's a multiplayer or a single player game every year. And we're getting one every other year at the moment. So
Well, there's gonna be
we
Jedi
need that bit
Survivor.
more.
It's probably gonna be a game after that.
Yeah, yeah, but what happened with Jedi's Fallen Order? It took 2 years to make the next one, like to get announced, right? It was
Yeah.
like 2019, 2020, 21, and now it's 2022, right? Like there's too many stopgaps for a non-live service game. So it never came out in 2019, but I can't remember when did Fallen Order come out. I think it was 2020, was it?
I don't know.
Star Wars Fallen.
It wasn't too
Hold on,
long
I'll
ago.
search it right now. Come out. When did Star Wars? It did come out in 2019. Look,
2019.
15th of November 2019. So I was right, yeah.
Damn.
So that's what I'm saying. Like it's 2022, and we're getting it in 2023, right? Early.
Well, actually, this is a perfect link towards talking about Jedi Survivor. So
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like but without a live service game, I'm saying that wait for a new game. I know we had Squadrons, but like a AAA game, I think that it's still too long. It's basically 4 years.
yeah, I think they're
Would you
focusing
not
more on the
agree?
games now. They did a bit of TV show stuff. The films were really lacking, so I'd say do some more stuff on the games. Why not?
We need. I'm just saying, we need something live service in PvP. That's what I
Battlefront
think.
3.
But Battlefront 3, get it done. But yeah,
Nice.
I think that's a good place to end off, bro. Don't you think? I think that's a good place to end off.
Well, we've got Jedi Survivor, bro. Let's talk about this quick.
We did talk about that, did we not?
No, we had a little skip of that because we want to talk about Ubisoft. Because there was only a
Oh,
little.
we did. Oh my god, I think
Come
we're
on, bro.
done.
Come on,
Never
I'm
mind.
lacking. Right.
Bro,
So,
I'm lacking. Okay,
Jedi Survivor. The trailer. You've seen it, of course, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it. There's a lot of like talk about who the guy is and the thing, right?
Who is the man in the tank? I thought it was a healing tank, but I guess there's a prison in it.
Did you see the video Star Wars Theory made on the guy in the tank? He's like,
Uh,
I think I know who this character is.
some High Republic, yeah, because he's got the
Yeah.
robes.
Would you like that or no?
Oh yeah, of course. I think it's a brilliant idea. Like, some older Jedi now he's probably going to turn evil, Like,
You know what
because he's,
that?
I
Do
don't
you know
know.
what that's like? That's like. Do you remember when one of the clones were like frozen, and he like
Wakes
the
up
I don't
during
know what
Order
the clans
66.
that. Yeah, yeah, and then he just joins like a crew, and then he just like bounty hunts with those guys. Imagine it's something like that with like where Jedi founds like a frozen um ex like High Republic Jedi, yeah. So
Yeah.
they have like different takes and things because the order like changes and the morals like change as it's like passed down. So he has his way of like living and doing things, and then this Jedi's like, "Well, I've just saved your life, so you gotta at least listen to me and like what's going on." Do you know what
Well,
I
see,
mean? Because like
I actually
I
would
think that'd be
say
cool.
that it kind of looks like there's already gonna be a problem, but it's not really, because you've got this guy, the guy in the tank. You've got the guy with the weird looking teeth in the original trailer. You've also got
Yeah,
that guy with the
the
orange
Powanoan,
lightsaber in the new
right? The
trailer.
Powan,
Pardon?
the Powan.
The guy from Utapar.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Powan.
Okay, yeah, that. And then you've also, so yeah, you got the orange lightsaber guy. You've got some other Sith with a like. Did you see him in the original trailer? They have that
Yeah,
little
I did.
like clash.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
there's already like four like antagonists
You
that
know
seem
about
pretty
that,
big.
man.
So I just don't know.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, I thought it was pretty cool.
how's it going to link? Because you got the Empire side, but the man in the tank, he's not going to be joining the Empire. He probably hates the Empire, you know.
Yeah, it probably does. Yeah.
I just don't know what's going to happen. I so many.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. We don't have to wait long. We'll get it in March, like 3 months time, bro. Let's go.
What about the mounts in the game, bro? That's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, the mounts, yeah, that's pretty good. And then like the core abilities where you're working with someone else, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, with that guy
combos and-
Bode, isn't it? So
Yeah, that's pretty
I don't
cool.
know how that's gonna. Like, there's probably gonna be some sort of like combination you can do, and then, he like, cause he jumps on top of him, doesn't he, and slashes or I don't know, hits someone with a gun. What?
Yeah, yeah, it's like a combo. Isn't like one of the pistols like a pre-order like item or something like that?
It might be a skin or something, because there's a few there's a few, I think, skins that were leaked, like a Luke skin, Han's type skin, or whatever,
Yeah,
which is
yeah, you were
strange.
talking about that. Yeah.
The other collector stuff was just some different skins for Cal. I don't know, seems alright, but I think
We'll see.
I think the game's gonna be more interesting. Like, we got the do you remember the dual wielding lightsabers in the first game, and it was only used as an attack, but now
Yeah.
like you can actually use it as two separate things, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. You could like depending on what planet you went to, you could get it like early. You know, you went to Dathomir first, you could get it.
Yeah, I don't know. There's quite a few stuff. Again, I did make a video if you didn't miss anything on Jedi Survivor, but yeah, I don't know. Anything else you want to talk about, man?
No, not really. Just that we will be covering that sort of content over here on the channel as the news ramps up for the game. So look out for that as well as the shorts. And yeah, that's it. Hopefully you've enjoyed today's episode.
Yeah,
Anything
at least
to add?
we're back on the. We're doing some more podcasts. Try and get some more videos out.
Yeah.
Hopefully a video this maybe tomorrow. Actually, well, to be fair, podcast tomorrow morning, so it'll be
But by
Sunday.
the time they see this, maybe the video's already out.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the video's out today, so or
Yeah.
Saturday. Sorry if you're watching this.
Yeah. It will be up either way. It will be up soon.
Yeah, and definitely some more stuff we can talk about on future podcast episodes, because
Yeah.
bro, it feels like there's always Star Wars content coming out now. It's like we got nothing, and now it's like every
ramping
week.
up, bro. Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know.
I got to stop slacking. It's been my fault, guys. Yeah,
But,
we'll definitely have that.
Yeah, I don't know. If you did enjoy the podcast, subscribe and like to the channel. And yeah, I don't know. See you next week maybe, or next podcast. See how it
You're
goes.
saying that because you don't know if I'm going to turn up. We will be there.
I'll do a
see you guys
podcast on my own.
next week. No, yeah, we should do that.
Nah, it'd be good, it'd be
We'll
good.
see you guys next week. So hopefully, if you enjoyed, like Roy said, like and sub, and we'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Bye.